Hey guys, I'm Albie Preston. Welcome to T3 Africa, where we will be revealing top talents, tech in Africa. Our goal is to eventually get these talented people out to the world, and there are a lot of talents here in Africa and all over the rest of the world. So our goal is to just get them exposed. So today we are going to be having a conversation with Rudolf. He's from the UK. We're going to basically just talk about his experience in tech, why he decided to pursue a career in tech, and where is tech eventually going to lead him. So please stay tuned, please stay invested, and hope you come back for more. Thank you.
I'm Rudolf. I'm a cybersecurity specialist.
Mhm.
I've been in the cybersecurity domain for close to 10 years now.
Okay.
Um, Currently, I'm working with a manufacturing company as part of a team of three, the cybersecurity team. Um, I've known Bright. I think we studied the same master's program,
Mhm.
um, University of the West of England in Bristol,
Okay.
where we did our masters in cybersecurity. That I got to meet Bright. He reached out to me I think a week or so ago, talking to me about this initiative, which I
Mhm.
thought was a very good one. Myself, for some time, I've been meaning to do something like this, but so when he told me, I felt like, okay, it's a good thing to be a part of and also know all of what this is about. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. What are your core talents? Briefly underline primary skills, strength, and unique knowledge you bring to the tech space.
Well, as I was saying, I've been in cybersecurity for 10 years. So I think a little bit of my school background was back in Ghana, I attended Prempeh College, secondary school in Prempeh College, and did general arts. Typically, when you do general arts, it's normally seen as a social course. However,
Mhm.
when you take general arts and you pick certain subjects, it allows you to pick more tech related subjects as you get into the university. So when I was doing general arts in primary college, I also studied elective maths. So
Mhm.
one thing is that in as much as general arts sometimes it's seen more as a social course where people think that you do general arts, you complete and you would have to go into sociology and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Depending on some of the courses you pick in secondary school, you can dive into tech and business related stuff when you get into university. So I did elective maths as part of my general arts courses. And as a result of that, getting into the university, I was able to do a tech related course, so computer science.
Okay.
I attended Legon for 4 years where I did computer science.
Mhm.
In Legon, uh, unlike the school system in the West, you tend to pick quite a number of things to do, and
Mhm.
as you move along, get into your third, fourth year, you begin to really kind of specialize. I wouldn't say it's specialization as you see in the West, but at least that's what we used to call it. As you're specializing. So
Yeah.
I did a lot of development. I did a project where I built something relating to LAN communications and stuff like that. But I think right after, so I've had a bit of a web development, app development background.
Mhm.
However, I was not able to run with that after school because right when I completed school, I got a job with a big four company, KPMG,
Mhm.
um, where I started off as a part of their more like their advisory team, right? So you get to do a little bit of tech stuff, a little bit of audit related stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was really the beginning for me, where beginning of me launching into cybersecurity, because it was not really my mindset after school that I want to go into cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
After school, I was thinking that I'll be doing more development, but because I got a job in KPMG, then
Mm-hmm.
at KPMG, slowly I started moving into cybersecurity. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Um, Question, did you more so acquire these skills through self-learning or majority of your scores of your talents is through school?
That's, it's a bit of a dicey one because you tend to learn a lot from school.
Mm-hmm.
However, the way the Ghanaian school system is,
Mm-hmm.
I think you really tend to learn work related stuff when you're on the job, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think the school system is not really practical and prepares you for the work environment. So
Mhm.
I can say, in as much as I got a lot of knowledge from university, from school, when I got into the work field, I had to quickly adapt, quickly learn the ropes and
Mhm.
be able to pick myself up from there. So it's both ways. It's
Yeah.
important you go through the school system, but I would always advise somebody that the school system does not really give you the skills that as soon as you get into the work environment, you are ready to go because you've picked up so many things, right? It
Yeah.
gives you
Yeah.
the bedrock of the knowledge, and now you have to get into school and start putting two and two together, right? So it's both ways. It was both ways for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's with any field. Like school will teach you the basics, but when you start working, tech is basically like you build up information. So the more you're in the environment, the more you're learning. So yeah, I understand. Um,
The thing is, when I did my master's here in the UK, I realized that most of the courses we were doing, some of the practical assignments they were giving us, they were more practical, right?
mhm.
They don't just give you an assignment for an assignment's sake. They give some assignments whereby you have to solve a problem, and I would say the education here in the West is more practical, at least leading you, preparing you for work more than you would have back home. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, are you interested in starting your own um venture, or would you prefer working with tech-based companies?
It's for personally, right? I'd always love to have something going for me. I
Mhm.
think entrepreneurship really teaches you a lot and helps you become, free, not in the sense that you have nothing doing, but in the sense that because you are doing your own thing, you
Yeah.
make your own calls and stuff like that. However, not everybody can, start something. It takes a lot to really start something.
Yeah.
So for me, for anybody who is coming right out of school, I always advise that is it's good you join a company where you can learn. You can
Mhm.
learn so many things. So, for example, myself, when I joined a company like KPMG, it's a company where they kind of really build you in terms of like you see a structured growth, from a certain level to another level, right? And helps you grow, helps you learn administrative stuff plus the whole technical stuff. Because it's not just about the technical stuff. Real business go far beyond the technical stuff. You have to understand how
Yeah.
to run it, how to run a business and all that. So for me, I'd want something on my own. So if I'm personally, I'm already working on something. So
Mhm.
like right after school, I've always wanted to have something going, right?
Yeah.
After school, I gathered a couple of friends. We started an app called Dead Times. where the mindset behind that app was, in Ghana, the secondary school system is what really pops. Unlike in the US, where it's the university you are in, where like kind
Yeah.
of really famous. But in Ghana, the secondary school you attended is something of pride. So we decided to build a social media app which kind of brings people together from the various secondary schools they went to.
Oh, okay.
That didn't really pan out because of, as I said, I had just come out of school, so I let a lot of mismanagement going on there. But currently, I'm working on an app with um, a team where we realized a big gap in the ethnic food market in the UK. So what
Mm-hmm.
happens? Almost all the ethnic foods, a high percentage, maybe over 90% of the ethnic food shops, Indian, African, um, Asian, most of these shops do not have a digital platform where they sell their goods. So you
Mm-hmm.
have the likes of apps like Deliveroo, Uber Eats, right,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
most of the exotic stuff. However, when it comes to ethnic food, there's no platform like that. So
Yeah.
currently with my team, we are building something like that, where I think we are maybe 60% through.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely by March 2025, we should do a soft launch of that app and see how that business also swings. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's pretty good because majority of the time, sometimes I want to order food and there's no African food around. There's always McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I realized that I don't know if it's I don't know why. Why? Because there is unlike the, as you said, the McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all these food shops, you can easily find them on Uber Eats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to African groceries, like you want to buy some pepper, you want to buy some plantain, there is
Yeah.
no platform like that built for that market. So we
Mm-hmm.
just want to really tap into that space, starting from the UK, but hopefully with some good investments, we hopefully will move out of the UK and go to other places. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Um, what form of support do you need to implement those solutions?
So, well, I have a very good technical team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with them for over 7 years.
Okay.
I think currently we're a team of five, and with three of them being very technical and two looking into the administrative and all that. The technical guys, in as much as we are working on this app, I've worked with them on many different apps. So currently we are also working with a major music company to build. They are building more like an automated distribution platform. So a platform where musicians can upload their music, distribute it. People can buy shares from the music and stuff like that.
Oh,
We are
okay.
helping them build that project, a very big project. So there's a team who have built like some major apps for some major companies, payment apps and stuff like that. So I'm working with them, but also I have, as I said, I have an administrative team where we are looking into making sure all other aspects of the management works out. Like
Yeah.
it's more of a business than just an app, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are already running these things as a business without an app.
Mm-hmm.
The app we are building is just an enabler. So we are also looking at ways to make the business work even before the app comes through. So yeah. The technical team, I would say maybe I don't know. Would you want details as in their background in terms of the experience they have? Is that
Yeah.
something you know?
You can
Okay,
elaborate.
so yeah. So for the most part, the technical team I work with, they have background in Flutter. That's the language they are using to build the UI of the app.
Mhm.
Also, there is a one back end guy. So there's a front end guy who is working on the UI and stuff like that, and there's a back end guy who makes the logic of the app, everything like function and stuff like that. There's one guy who is responsible for all our web related stuff, so building our website and stuff like that. So
Okay.
basically, that's that. With my background in cybersecurity, once the app is ready and during the development period, I make sure that we are using the right frameworks, secure frameworks and stuff like that, and also make sure that we won't breach any privacy or
Yeah.
legal stuff, documenting all our terms and conditions, our privacy policies, and stuff like that. So, yeah, basically, that's that.
Okay, that sounds good. It's good to have a stable team that, everybody can. What challenges have you encountered as a tech professional?
All right, just I would say, let me see. There has been, because I think you only go through. Personally, I always believe there's this term I heard from Game of Thrones, right? I don't know if you ever watched that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this character in it called Littlefinger. He said, "Chaos is a ladder," and
Mhm.
I've always liked that line because, from personally, I always feel like I grow in the midst of chaos, right?
Mhm.
So, um, when I started from KPMG, as I said, I didn't start right from a department which was tech centric. Was
Yeah.
more of an audit centric business like, right? And I had to pick myself up, right?
Yeah.
Because I never did anything like audits, financial audits related. So I had to really learn data analytics from the start.
Mhm.
And I would say that was a challenge because with somebody whose mindset is computer science coming from the university,
Mhm.
you had to quickly adapt to, learn all what data analytics is about and be smart about it. So that was a challenge, at the beginning. But I also say that me sort of kind of losing my development skills because the the aspect of cybersecurity I went into was not really much for development. That was
Mhm.
a bit of a challenge for me because it's sometimes difficult losing something and
Yeah.
most importantly losing a skill. So that was also something that it's something I can always pick up, but I think I'm at a stage whereby I'd rather have the idea, get people who are more experienced to pick them up, run with it, than have to now go and start all over,
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Um, I'll also say that, well, maybe not so much of a challenge for me, but for the most part, most job availability, as I said, I was lucky to get into KPMG very early on in my career, but
Yeah.
job availability in Ghana sometimes tends to be very daunting and difficult, even with good grades from school. So
Yeah.
it's
It's a
it's it's a challenge for most people. Yeah.
yeah, it's a competitive field, even here. So it's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a competitive field here, but I think for here, opportunities are really available for people. You have more companies looking for these roles,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Unlike Ghana, where you wouldn't really have a lot of companies who are like providing opportunities for tech related roles.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What advice would you give to other tech enthusiasts looking to thrive in Africa in the tech
But
sector?
I think I would say you know, with how social media and platforms like YouTube have advanced, right? I
Mm-hmm.
always say like, you know, social media is like a double-edged sword. Can be used for good and also can really mess you up depending on how much time you are spending on it and what you're using it for. So,
Yeah.
but for me, the good side of it is you can say everything tech related, everything you want to learn, you would find on a platform like YouTube, where
Mm-hmm.
it only takes your persistence. And the more you search for these tech related stuff, the more the algorithm changes in your favor and brings you more tech related stuff and cybersecurity related stuff
Yeah.
or whatever you are interested in. So I would always say that right from the get go, even if you are in high school or pre high school, spend more time on YouTube doing the right thing, like watching whatever tech related thing you're interested in
Mm-hmm.
or any other art you are interested in. And I think with time you'd perfect it, persistence and continuous growth. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. Well, is there anything you would like to elaborate on as we come to an end? Is there any topics we didn't touch on
Well,
that you wanted
and
to?
for me, I think one thing I would like to talk about or I would like to seek is for I don't know, investors or people who would be willing to hear me out in terms of
Yeah.
the project I'm currently working on. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Um, I don't know so much about the US, but in the UK, the ethnic food market is a really big market. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that digital it has not been tapped, sometimes it surprises me as to has this market not been tapped digitally? And in as much as currently we are sourcing and working on it on our own, we hope that we're able to get an investor who sees the
Or
vision to come in and on
yeah.
board and make it into, a household name for that market, right? So for the most part, that's what I'm looking forward to as we improve the app. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
that that's pretty good. Um, well, Rudolph, it was nice
But
meeting you.
yeah, there's something like I didn't hear anything about you
Oh,
from
with
the
me?
beginning. So I like to know about you. So, yeah.
Well, this is all about you, but I can introduce myself. I'm Albie. It's nice to meet you. I don't have a tech background, but
Yeah.
I'm just here to
Yeah.
work with you guys and yeah. So is there
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
specific?
No, no, I think that's interesting. I think Bryce told me a bit about that. And well, I hope whatever initiative you are going at, it would be very successful, at least that's taking the message I'm giving here in the UK across the ocean to the other side. So hopefully
Yeah,
somebody there hears it and reaches out. So yeah, thank you
yeah.
for the opportunity. Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. It was
Yeah.
nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Likewise.
yep. So
Okay.
that's it for now. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice day. Hi. Bye.
Bye. Stop recording.